It was a very knowledgeable talk and very practical talk by Madam Patricia from Zimbabwe that I was listening to for the last 15 minutes. A lot of good examples. I was so inspired because I am having educational trust, which runs a school for the children of fishermen and agricultural laborers in Sundarban. Sundarban is a large forest area on the border of India and Bangladesh. And I picked up a lot of ideas from what she was speaking as practical examples of bringing in sustainable or sustainability in the education of schools. But I am personally from higher education. I am associated with one university here in Bangladesh, was Pro Vice Chancellor of another in Calcutta, earlier was Dean of 3 universities, different times in India. So I would speak about higher education. So this time, for the next 5-6 minutes in a brief manner, I would like to bring this concept of higher education for sustainable development, which is often known as ESD. The basic idea here is that if in every university education, and when I'm speaking of higher education, basically they are post-school. So they are basically about colleges and universities. So higher education for sustainable development, it refers to the efforts by universities and other institutions of higher education, actually to promote sustainable development through everything that they do. Teaching, research, regular operations, in every form of their functions, there must be sustainable development brought in. The aim of HESD is to equip the students, the learners. I would rather call learners because these days it's not about students. In the times of blended learning and AI inspired learning as well, self-learning. So it's about learners. So the aim is to equip the learners with knowledge, skills, and values needed to contribute to sustainable development. So while sustainable development is a known concept, it should not be just a word, just a jargon. So the learners and obviously the mentors, whom we call the teachers or the professors, the mentors and the learners both should have knowledge, skills, and values to contribute to sustainable development. And it is also to encourage research that generates new knowledge and solutions for bigger sustainable development initiatives. So the UNESCO, we know UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, it has identified HESD as a key priority in achieving sustainable development goals. So if you really have to bring in sustainable development goals, you have to actually practice HESD in colleges and universities. So many universities and higher education institutions around the world, they have actually responded to UNESCO, to this call of the UNESCO, by integrating sustainability into their curricula, in research agenda, and in campus operations. So HESD encompasses a wide range of topics, including climate change, biodiversity conservation, energy and resource management, social justice, and responsible business practices. So is the university bringing these topics in their curricula? Are they organizing seminars and conferences on these? Are they bringing in their day-to-day campus operations? Are these issues or specific items within these issues becoming the agenda for research? These will prove if HESD is being practiced in that university or not. It involves the interdisciplinary approach, hence, because there is just like social justice requires liberal arts approach. Climate change requires environmental studies, biodiversity conservation, and all that. Energy management is both a science and a management. So like that, it involves interdisciplinary approach that integrate environment, social, economic dimensions of sustainability. Through HESD, higher education institutions can play a crucial role in shaping the attitudes and behaviors of future leaders and decision makers, and in contributing to a more sustainable future for all. So what projects can be taken, for example, in the universities to ensure higher education for sustainable development, what we are calling as HESD? Some examples. One, obviously, is curricular integration. One of the good things about university life is a university academic council can start their own syllabus, contents, programs, or modify the curricula which is existing. They don't have to depend upon the government for every step. So easily, every academic council of universities can integrate sustainability into their course offerings, ensuring that students are exposed to concepts related to sustainable development across all disciplines. This can include offering courses on topics such as sustainable business practice or renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, environmental policy, or social justice. So it does not have to, for example, it does not have to be an agricultural course to have sustainable agriculture as a paper, as a topic. So sustainable agriculture can appear in social science, can appear in economics, can appear in management education as well. In agriculture, it will surely be there. So it is interdisciplinary in that point. Then sustainability research. Universities can encourage and support research projects focused on sustainability, including studies like climate change, biodiversity conservation, renewable energy, and sustainable urban development. The research can help inform policy decisions and guide sustainable development efforts. For example, I'm in Dhaka, on the outskirts of Dhaka, where a university is located, in a beautiful campus, Daffodil International University. So one of the topics given for research was about trying to find solutions about the traffic problem, which is legendary in Dhaka. So there are more than 40 million people in Dhaka and outskirts of Dhaka, in Greater Dhaka, 40 million. And it's highly, traffic jam and all those. So how to find a solution to that? And a very powerful report had been brought in, 44 ways of immediate, midterm, and long-term solutions to traffic problem was found out, and the research findings has been given to the mayor. Now, this is where we are bringing in sustainability in research. We need to do that more and more, not only traffic, for every other problem of sustainability. Then campus sustainability. Are we practicing sustainability in our own campus? Universities can implement sustainable practices in their campus, reducing waste, renewable source of energy, promoting sustainable transport, waste to best, utilizing, turning the waste material into, let's say, cooking gas or energy sector. This can serve, for example, our campus does not allow any vehicle. This is a huge campus, 180 acres. 180 acres would be I think almost 2.5 million or more square feet. So this campus does not allow any vehicle through what you call fossil fuel. Only battery operated golf cart can go there. Battery or what you call non fossil energy sector can go. So this can serve as a model for sustainable practice and inspire students to incorporate sustainability in their lives. For example, 200 bicycles are kept here for use for those who want. And there's no fossil fuel vehicle allowed inside the campus. The community engagement, that's another area that universities can bring in sustainability. Universities can engage with the local communities to promote sustainability. I think we need to do more on that even in our university. Such as partnerships with local business and organizations focused on sustainability, organizing events and outreach programs focused on sustainable education in the locality. Then student-led initiatives. Now we have, just yesterday it's over, there was Oitijjer Haat. That means a market for traditional items and heritage items. And from all over the country, there are 64 districts in Bangladesh. So 64 stalls were putting up the traditional materials. All are sustainability related materials for sale, whether this product or service or food or whatever material were for sale, completely led by the students. 64 teams organized it. So universities can support student-led initiatives focused on sustainability, such as student-led organizations focused on sustainable development, sustainable agricultural projects, green energy initiatives, and all that. Which SDGs can be served? Now we have been talking about higher education, sustainable development, HESD. Which SDGs can be served through these examples? HESD can serve several of the SDGs. And that could be goal number 4, quality education. HESD is an essential component for quality education, as it equips the students with knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development. So education quality will be better if sustainability is integrated with it. Goal number 7, affordable and clean energy. Obviously, for example, all our buildings have solar panels. We need to have, and we need to teach our younger generation that you need to move from non-renewable source of energy to renewable source of energy. Even at homes, you can bring in solar panels on the terrace, and part of your energy consumption can be renewable. So goal number 11, sustainable cities and communities. By bringing the practices in the community through community engagement and through the students' engagement, we can promote sustainable urban development practices, including sustainable transportation, energy efficient buildings, and green spaces. For example, which building is a sustainable building and which is not? This knowledge itself is very critical in the university level to be propagated. Then goal number 12, responsible consumption and production, food habits, beauty products, which are sustainable, which are not. ESD can help promote sustainable consumption and production practices, including sustainable business practice, waste reduction, resource management, etc. And lastly, goal number 13, climate action. ESD can contribute to efforts to address the climate change by promoting renewable energy source, reducing the greenhouse gas emissions, and raising awareness of the impacts of climate change. For example, even a simple thing like, let's say, get caustic with plastic. We had a movement, anti-plastic movement, get caustic with plastic. Then there is a very strong movement against smoking. The entire campus is anti-smoking. Such a large campus, if someone has to smoke, has to go outside the campus to smoke. And you have to walk almost 3 lakh square feet, 3 lakh feet. I mean, it's a large campus, 182 acres. You have to go outside the campus to smoke, neither in the hostel, nor. I do understand some youngsters may be smoking in the toilet secretly. That may be. But as far as possible, it is attempted to be stopped. So the idea what we have brought through this small 6-7 minutes talk is that every university, every college can integrate sustainable practices through course curricula, through research agenda, through community engagement, and through student activities, and also on their campus through green campus. Like every visitor on our campus, main important visitor, will plant a tree which will be named after that person. That nameplate will also be given there, and it will be a permanent thing, so that and that keeps on adding plants and trees to the campus, keeps on adding across on both sides of the road. It will. So after 4 or 5 years, it is already 22 years old campus. So many of these have grown into big trees, on both sides of the road, which goes throughout the middle of the campus. So through these examples and points, I wanted to bring the concept of higher education, sustainable development, HESD, which has been propagated, promoted strongly by the UNESCO of the United Nations. Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen, from various parts of the world. Thank you very much.